the wild card race in the chase. Some people call it the lottery, but today is the last big hurdle for the chase field that's trying to make it into round 3 that don't have a win. Welcome to Talladega Superspeedway in Talladega, Alabama for today's coverage of the Monster Energy 300 here on NBC. Talladega is always circled on the driver's calendar all season long, whether it be the regular season or the chase. But now when the stakes are higher and the points are valuable, this is a race that the driver's schedule has a big red circle on. 4 more drivers will go home, and 4 more will move on. And this track can be a real game changer and a real championship scenario setter. Following this race, some drivers will be one more round closer to that coveted championship, and someone will be crowned champion for the 10th season. Let's take a look at our points. We'll start with the drivers that are in danger. In 12th, Daniel Voiles in serious jeopardy, Candy Roggs in serious jeopardy, Lily Gordon in serious jeopardy, Alex Hawkins in jeopardy, and Brianna Maxwell hold that final transfer position in 8th, but she is also in serious danger. On the bubble, Levi Shows and Tiffany Maldonado, also William Brock and Aiden Shepard are on the bubble. Save for the moment are Rose Feliciano da Silva, RJ Bishop, and your point leader, Elba Wanderley. But Wanderley holds a 12-point lead over RJ Bishop, who's already locked in to round number 3 after that win at Charlotte. It's the Monster Energy 300. It's on NBC, and we'll have the green flag and the grid when we come back. And welcome back to Talladega Superspeedway, NBC's coverage of the Monster Energy 300 here on NBC. Let's take a look at our track telemetry before we get to our starting lineup. You see this track, 2.66 miles in diameter, pit road speed at 45 miles an hour. The highest banked track in all the motorsports, 33 degrees. The tri-oval is banked at 18 degrees. The front stretch, 4,300. Banked at 3 degrees. The back stretch, a little bit shorter, about 300 feet shorter at 4,000 degrees, banked at 3 degrees. So, this is our scenario right now. Top 10. Jackie Tang, Tommy Turbo, Bennett LaFleur Irving, JT Hanley, William Brock, our highest finishing chaser. Ron Orng, Brian McShane, Daniel Voiles, who needs an outing like this, he's in 8th. Jeff Bright, TJ Hanley in 10th. Rounding out the field is Eric Heiden in the 12 car. This is a big time hurdle that our chase field has to go through. They have 29 laps to get as many points as possible if they want to stay above that red danger line. We will say goodbye to 4 more drivers before we start our Eliminator 8 round, and in that round, 4 will advance to the championship round at the Homestead Miami Speedway. So we are going back to the Season 1 throwback schedule. Start in Florida, end in Florida, from the start at Daytona to the end at Homestead, just like I've been calling that for the past, I want to say about 6 or 7 seasons before we switched over to the championship at Charlotte Motor Speedway for Golf Championship weekend. But we will have our own little championship finale at the Homestead Miami Speedway for the 10th anniversary season of the Nationwide Series. 81 Jackie Tang leads the field at 70 miles per hour. They will get the green, and drivers' hearts will start pumping a little bit more when we get that green flag. There's Voiles. He needs an outing like this. He is in the 4th row on the outside, on just to his left is Priya McShane. Boyles being 12th in the points. He needs an outing like this. And RJ Bishop, our biggest mover, he is already locked in to round 3, so he has nothing to worry about here at Talladega. Pace cars off, here we go. It's the biggest, it's the baddest, it's the boldest, and it's the fastest track in all of motorsports. This track eats race cars for lunch. 300 miles of terror for the drivers, 300 miles of excitement for us. And as they come down, we get the green, and we're green at Talladega. Off corner number 4 for the first time here at Talladega, Bennett Lothair Irving will take the lead and lead lap number 1 here at Talladega. We will do 29 circuits around before we find out our Eliminator 8-round drivers. 4 wide, back there, deep at about mid-pack. Have to worry about that for a couple of laps here. Freshers build up, burn off a little fuel as they run down the back straightaway. Remember, we had a big crash here at Talladega in the spring event. So what are we going to see here as the season continues to click? Arena McShane, only one highlight of her season so far, and that was making the All-Star race way back in the early stages of the season, but now not eligible for the chase. And so far doing a dandy here in 3rd position. Now look at the gaggle of cars we got going on back here. This is what these drivers have to worry about. We have the potential for another big wreck. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. Matt Johnson going for the lead. We will focus on this pack because this pack could detonate. This pack could detonate, and they are so far minding their P's and Q's in the first 30 laps, and we'll go back up in front. We got a lead change, and it's going to be, I think it's going to be Quentin Moore. No, it's going to be Matt Johnson, who will continue out in front and lead his first lap here at Talladega. Johnson 3rd in the rookie of the season standings. Wants to secure himself a possible shot at the rookie of the season when we get to Homestead. This is a great view of the field, 3 wide almost every row. That's what these drivers have to worry about. And we have to worry about the potential for a big wreck. I'm not trying to jinx these drivers. These drivers are doing very well of minding their P's and Q's here to the first 4. 3 wide and then 2 wide. Except the cat out front, Matt Johnson. And Ron Orn got kicked up to the middle, so he'll fall in the clutches of three abreast racing. Take the onboard here with Ron Orn. Now we're on board J.P. Hanley. Here comes Levi Shones in the 62. He needs an outing like this as well. He's not saved by a long shot, folks. He's 7th in the points. And one bad day can eliminate him from this chase. Here comes Betty Johnson on the inside. 3 wide for second, 2 wide for the lead. and it's Levi Jones who leads it. By at least no margin, but now here they come. Accordion effect puts Betty Johnson out in front. Put the 15 P1 as they run down the back. Look at these cars. These drivers know what's on the line. A possible championship for one of our what will be remaining 4 drivers at the end of the next round. But let's find the driver that has already punched their ticket to the 3rd round, and there he is, RJ Bishop. Got the win at Charlotte. So he is solidified in the 3rd round, starting at Martinsville. There's Chris Dodd. Dodd also did not qualify for the chase. These guys love racing on the plate tracks. They really love racing on the plate tracks, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes Aiden Shepard. Here comes Lily Gordon. Gordon needs a run like this as well. She is nowhere safe. She is 10th in the points. Not safe by any stretch of the imagination. And here they come to the line. Shepard leads it. Did Shepard lead it? Yes, he did. Shepard led it. Now Gordon will fall. But still a lot of time. For next time around, we'll have 20 to go. And there's Jordan Culp. Haven't talked about Culp all season long. A lot of moves being made back there. A lot of jostling. Guys, got to be careful. There are chasers mixed in this field. Don't want to cause a big wreck. Here it is from the blimp. Looking over the field here at Talladega. It's Taylor. Not a chaser anymore. Eliminated herself in the in the opening round. But certainly a good racer. Just to get herself into the chase. That 31 has never been in a chase spot in the about 10 season history of this series. Just to have a shot at it was remarkable. Audrey Varanaskis, your winner from Auto Club back at race number 2. That was a long time ago, and she's overdue for another win. Might come here, might come later on down the road. It's about 19 laps to go here at Talladega, and these drivers are putting on a show for the fans. Putting on a show. Oh, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 wide. That almost didn't work. That could have been a really big wreck. These guys just love racing at the super speedway level when it comes to Daytona and Talladega. These guys and girls put on a show for our fans, whether it be at the track or whether it be watching the telecast at home. Little bit of a camera glitch there, but now we're back. Oh, Boyle just moved totally up to the outside. How's that for bump and run? Super speedway style. Racing down the back. Thought I saw the caution lights, but that's not the case. We could see those come on here in about a minute. Big time contact. But no wreck. I'm telling you, these guys and girls put on a show for our fans. 49 Quentin Moore did not qualify for the chase. Elba Wanderley did not qualify for the chase as well. Wanderley I bet, oh, she is a chaser. Oh, she's a point leader. What am I saying? But I bet you Wanderly does not want a repeat of what happened here in the spring. Remember, her car almost flew up in the air. Here comes Candy Rocks. Oh, no. Jinxed her again. Gosh darn it. That's been the season for her. Just a season of jinxing. And here they come off corner number 4. Pack's starting to get a little bit strung out, but don't expect this to be the finish. This will not be the finish when we come to the white flag. They will get bunched up again, and they will run until they wreck. Candy Rocks does not need this to happen to her. She is second to last in the points. In the red. Does not want to be eliminated this close to moving on to the 3rd round. And at least having a shot at punching her ticket to the championship floor. But she just has to re-rack, regroup, fall through the pack, and recycle herself back to the lead. Here comes Wanderly in the 48. Remember, we were talking about Wanderly. She was in the middle 3 wide. Now here she is. Looks like to be in the 5th position. Showing her 12th, now showing her 3rd. There she goes with the 3rd. There goes Kelly Boston, your winner from Pocono. Here comes Joshua Sticuli. Oh, pick a lane, Pia, pick a lane, Pia, come on. And there's your tandem draft, right there. There's your tandem draft. We haven't seen this since about the Gen 4, Gen 5 cars. Bobby Frazier. Have never talked about Frazier all season long. Here he is in the lead. He's not a contention for any kind of championship. Last in the rookie of the season standings. Most likely not going to win it this year or this season. Piet stuck in the middle. Here comes the 81, that of Jackie Tang. Tang was the pole sitter for the race. Now here she is, recycled herself back to the lead. And I told you these guys would get bunched up again. It's just a matter of time. These guys and girls know when the race is on the line, especially for the chase field. But if you're Jackie Tang, Joshua Sticuli, or anybody that didn't qualify for the chase, you just got to prove that you're chase worthy for next season if you guys do decide to return for the farewell tour, farewell season of the series, season number 11. I always get a little bit teary-eyed, ladies and gentlemen, when I do mention season 11. That will be my last. I always get teary-eyed when I say that. I don't know why. Probably because I've been doing this for about 4 or 5 years. Little Piet almost got kicked up 4 wide. Betty Johnson and a few drivers starting to lose the draft. Or is that just a case of they know that stuff could happen and they don't want to risk wrecking their cars? Well, I know Betty Johnson doesn't want to be involved in a wreck. Remember, she had that flip at Dover in race 2 of the chase in the opening round. But she's not in contention for any kind of championship. Here comes Kelly Salvador. Salvador took over the rookie of the season's point lead when we left New Hampshire. No, I'm sorry, when we left Charlotte. So she is she is the rookie of the season point leader, Dylan Young. got off that lengthy probation in the opening round of the chase at New Hampshire. Mathematically eliminated himself from the chase because of that. Here comes Salvador on the lead in the 4. Levi Jones needs a day like this if he wants to stay in championship contention. And I sat down with Levi Jones before we left Charlotte, and he said, we will bring our super speedway car. Folks, this is his Daytona car. This is the car that he ran with at Daytona to kick off the season, and he had a masterful race that time around. And here he is, back on the plate tracks, doing a dandy. About 10 laps to go when they come back to the stripe. So now we will start to see drivers taking more, giving less, filling holes a lot more quicker than we are seeing right now. So that will bring a higher risk of the big wreck. So clearly trying to make a third line up there, all the way back in the back. Here comes Reese Dooley. Here comes your Daytona champion, Alex Hawkins. Had a chance at the Daytona sweep back a few races ago, but did not do it. Got swept up in that lap 1 big wreck. Oh, car in the wall. Had a car in the wall. That was Nikki Maxwell in the 16. No harm, no foul as they run down the back straightaway. But that does bottleneck everything up. Here comes RJ Bishop, looking for back-to-back wins here in the chase. Levi Jones now has Reese Dooley as a draft partner. Here comes a driver that we never talked about this season, Brianna Maxwell. Haven't talked about her since the grid at Daytona to kick off the season. Now here she is, Zachary Fitzwater, wanting to do good as the season winds down. He's in second, or he will be in second when he takes the lead, when he takes it from RJ Bishop, and he will. Bishop or Fitzwater not in contention for any kind of championship. Oh, here he comes though. He's gonna take the lead. Here comes Praya. Started towards the front. Now here she is fighting herself in third, while Bennett Lethair, eliminated from the chase in the opening round, goes to the lead. Or does she? Nope. Gonna open the door up. And here we come. 8 laps to go. 3 wide. Here comes the 66 of Minnick. Haven't talked about Minnick all season long. He's in the lead. And here comes that Lucas number 5. That of Jay Barker. We haven't talked about Barker since he flipped over at Daytona to kick off the season. Oh, 4 wide, 4 wide. You know, every time I see this, I think that they're going to wreck. Maldonado back on the front. It's Taylor back in front as they come to the stripe. Lap 23 of 29. It's not over yet. Still got a lot of racing to go. They got to navigate this track for a few more times, and then we will figure out our race winner, barring a caution, which I don't know is going to happen because these drivers are still minding their P's and Q's. Knock on wood. Knock on wood big time, because it's never let your guard down time at Talladega when you're getting towards the latter stages of the race. They could wreck anywhere. They could wreck right now, and we'll set up a possible green-white checker. Here comes the 12, Eric Heiden. Heiden returned for the season, returned to the series here in Season 10. Hopefully he will return in season 11. Hopefully we have some returning talent and new talent in the farewell season as we go 3 wide for the race lead with Pryor McShane going to the front. Eddie Johnson coming back. William Brock coming back. Levi Shones coming back. Voiles and Sakuli. Well, Voiles is still caught in the middle, so it looks like he's going to be eliminated from the chase. The scenarios are all starting to fall into place as the laps continue to wind down. Johnson coming to the front, making it 3 wide as they go to 3. Filling the gaps, making the moves. Everyone trying to find a place to set it up for the win. Brock on Johnson. Johnson throws the block. Here we go. 4 laps to go. If they wreck now, someone has to be the first driver across the loop or across the start-finish line. Wanderley below the yellow line. Wanderley in trouble. Wanderley in trouble. Looks like she's down a cylinder, and that's going to cost her possibly the point lead. That's going to cost her the point lead. Back up front. The pack is split in 2, but don't expect this to be the finish. Wanderley still trying to make it around. She's going to halt on the track. Is that going to bring up the yellow? We'll keep an eye on the pace car. She's back on pit road. They race down the back. 3 laps to go. Coming to 2 to go. William Brock versus the whole entire field. William Brock winless in this season. Wants to change that here at Talladega. Brock in contention for a championship. He needs a run like this to stay alive. Can he keep his chase hopes alive? 2 laps to go. Lily Gordon needs a run like this. She's in serious jeopardy. 3rd to last in the points. So 2 drivers that are in danger of falling out of the chase are having great days. And Gordon trying to go to the lead. Brock trying to hold it. Here we come. Out of 4, 1,600 feet to the trioval. White flag this time. Nikki Maxwell coming. Here we go. The white flag in the air. 1 lap to go. Maxwell takes the lead as they go into 1. Sakuli, Tang, and the whole field. Joshua Sakuli. Trying. Can't make the move early though. Has to wait. Can Sakuli hang low? He can. And a caution-free race at Talladega is going to come to the wire. Here we go. Does Sakuli pull out or will Maxwell win? It looks like Maxwell is going to hold on and Nikki Maxwell is going to win at Talladega. Nikki Maxwell wins Talladega in a caution-free race. When do you ever see a caution-free race at Talladega in this series? Unbelievable run by the 16 Masterful job by everybody. But that's not where it ends. 4 more drivers are going home. But till then, let's take a look at our finishing order. Nikki Maxwell, Joshua Sakuli, Jackie Tang, Bennett Lathaire, Rose Feliciano da Silva, and Lily Gordon. Reese Dooley, Jordan Kolb, Audrey Averanoskis, and Paul Minnick rounding out your top 10. Rounding out the field is Elba Wanderly. She leaked fuel, so that's the reason she's gone. So that'll most likely cost her the point lead. And Brianna Maxwell, most likely her chase hopes are done. Tiffany Maldonado, most likely her chase hopes are done as well. Voiles, his chase hopes are probably done. Most likely he will be eliminated, but we will find out. The post-race will follow these commercial breaks. And welcome back to Talladega Superspeedway, following a very chaotic but caution-free race here in race number 6 of the chase. These guys just love putting on a show for our fans here at the racetrack and our fans watching at home. And we were treated to a caution-free race that saw 3, 4, 5 wide. Much congratulations on the winner of the race. But we are going to say goodbye to 4 more drivers. It's the hardest part of our job, saying goodbye to 4 more chasers, but that's the way the elimination style bracket goes. If you're not up there in points, you will be eliminated, and 4 drivers are going to have their chase hopes end right here, right now. First, let's talk about the race. From the start, it was very, very entertaining. 3, 4, 5 wide. I thought we were going to see the big one, but we didn't. And they were close to wrecking. There were people on the wall. There were people door banging, door slamming each other. People bunt drafting, way too close. But in the end, a very fun race here at Talladega. Cannot wait to do it again next season when we start Speed Weeks and here at Talladega. But now it's time to say goodbye to 4 more drivers. Here we go. Cue the music. Here we go. Eliminated from the chase. 12th in the points, Daniel Voiles. The curse will continue for car 33. Will not win a championship here in season number 10. 11th in the points, Brianna Maxwell. 10th in the points, Candy Rocks, eliminated. 9th in the points, Tiffany Maldonado, eliminated. And Levi Shones, unfortunately, moves down 1 spot. No, wait a minute. Yeah, Levi Shones is... No, that is our 4 drivers that are eliminated. Daniel Voiles, Brianna Maxwell, Candy Rocks, and Tiffany Maldonado. Levi Shones is safe. He hung on by a thread. Unfortunately, Elva Wanderly, due to that fuel leak in the closing stages, loses the point lead. So we got a jumbled up points here going into our Eliminator 8. Let's take a look at our 8 drivers that are going to battle it out for a shot at the championship round at Olmsted. The new point leader, Rose Feliciano da Silva. 2nd in the points, down by 59, William Brock. RJ Bishop. He locked in with the win at Charlotte, so he's 3rd in the points. Fourth in the points, Mr. Aiden Shepard does not move anywhere. Tied for the biggest mover, Elva Wanderley. Sixth belongs to Lily Gordon. So she puts herself into the third round. Second biggest mover is Alex Hawkins. And safe by the skin of his teeth, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you what, this guy had to be nervous all race long, but now he's safe. Levi Jones. Those are the drivers that will have a chance to punch their tickets to the Championship 4 as we start the Eliminator 8, starting at Martinsville and ending at Phoenix. We hope you enjoyed the post-race show, and we hope you enjoyed round 2 of the 2017 chase for the DASCAR Nationwide Championship. And we'll see you in round 3 at the Paperclip half-mile Martinsville Speedway. And until next time, so long, everybody.